Hello and welcome to Patch Math, where today we are going to learn how to multiply polynomials. Now, if you know me, I am not the biggest fan, or was not the biggest fan of FOIL method because it is a pattern, a trick that technically violates the laws of pure mathematics. Um, However, as an educator, I've transitioned from students need this 100% clear understanding based on mathematical fact to if it helps you survive that test, use it. And so when we are multiplying a binomial times a binomial, we actually use an acronym for this pattern called FOIL. That stands for first, outer, inner, last. Or more simply put, first term times the first term. The outer terms and the parentheses multiplied together. And then the inner, that would be these two right there, because they're on the interior of the problem there. And then last, almost made an error there. And that is the last term in each binomial multiplied together. So real quickly, 3x times x, the 3 times the invisible 1 in front of that x is 3. X times x. Well, x times x, that's a repeated x. Repeated multiplication is represented with an exponent, and x times x is x squared. Using your exponent rules, there are invisible ones on these x's, and another way of doing that is if you multiply the like bases of x, you add those ones, and that invisible one plus that invisible one becomes 2. Keep on keeping on, and we look at our outer terms. That's the 3x times the negative 5, and that is negative 15 with the 3 times the negative 5 and the x times no other variable, so it just gets tacked on. Moving on, our inner terms, that is the 2 times the x or the 1x, however you want to see it. 2 times 1 is 2, so that is a positive 2, and we're going to put 2 there. And then x gets tacked on to the end because there's no other x is multiplied by. And then we have, last but not least, 2 times negative 5. That's a constant times a constant. No variables to be found there, and so that's good old-fashioned multiplication. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. What you have now is a polynomial where we can simplify by combining like terms. In this case, we do have like terms as the negative 15x term has the same variable with the exact same exponent as the 2x term. There are no other terms that have the same variable with the exact same exponent or are both constants or more than one constant. In this case, the 3x squared does not combine with anything, and it just gets written down. As does the negative 10. Some people like to just bring that on down. And then the negative 15 plus 2x is negative 13. And color coded for you there, and that's negative 13x. There is our final answer. It is a trinomial because it has whoops, 1, 2, 3 terms, and the leading term with the term with the highest exponent is what determines the degree of this trinomial. And so this is degree 2, which is also known as a quadratic. Please be on the lookout for my next video where we will be multiplying polynomials beyond binomials. Thank you so much for your time.